Hey, welcome to Bikes, Boats, and Bivouacs. We're hitched up again. We're headed to an adventure-bound campground, Eagles Peak in Robesonia, Pennsylvania. We have arrived at Eagles Peak. We are in site 292. And the crew is up this way, so we'll see those sites. But this is a camp resort. It has a water, like a water park with water slides and a track for radio controlled cars. It's a really nice place. But the camp sites have a state park feel because they're in the wooded area. So let's take a look at the site. Site 292. Had to level it up a little bit, but it's a nice big site. Got my mat out. And you can see Callan is running his pretend ice cream store.
How much is it?
And Marie is buying something from him.
How much is the vanilla chocolate strawberry?
It's never too early to learn about commerce. There's the back of the seat. The fire ring sits out here. There is the fire ring, but I'll move it over here. And then on the service side we have water, electric, and sewer. I have the electric and the water hooked up. Sewer I'll hook up later. So it's a really nice site. There you can see I had to level it up a little bit, but not much. It was within the acceptable range of my levelers, so it worked out. I did earlier, last year when I was here for the first time, I did a complete review of this park. I'll put a link here, so if you're on your computer watching this, you can hit that link if you want to see a full review. Marie has made little flower arrangements for everybody in the camping group. So we're going to distribute those in a minute. Now at Eagles Peak you do get a sheet that gives you all the activities that they have. So we've selected a bunch of these to try. But for the weekend, there's quite a few. If you have kids, there is no way they are bored at this camp resort. There is so much to do and so many activities for them. And they'll be busy the whole time and sleep well at night. We'd like to give you our impressions of Eagles Peak. This is an AB camping resort facility. There's several of them around the country. This one happens to be in Robesonia, not too far from our house. Marie, what do you think of our site there?
I enjoyed being at Eagles Peak, and the site was really woodsy-like, so it reminded me of a state park.
So the camping experience there's a lot of wooded sites. There are some that aren't wooded. There's a lot of wooded sites, so it does have that state park feel. But there's lots to do.
Right. We were there Friday to Sunday, and it seems like every day they have, especially in the afternoon, they have plenty of hands-on activities going on for the children. I would say ages grade kindergarten through 8th grade. It's an ideal place. There's plenty of things to do for that age group.
Yeah, they do have an activity sheet that lists everything that's going on for the weekend. What did you think of the pools?
They were very, very clean, and again, there's activities set up for the kids, like water balloon fights. That was really attracting for that age group again.
Yeah, and there are two pools, right? So there's one pool that's like the family pool, and then there's a separate pool for adults 21 and older. So, those that don't have kids but want to go over to the pool and don't want, all the kids running around, they've accommodated that. So if you camp without kids, there's a special place there for you. So here is the pool at Eagles Peak. One of them. There's two pools. look at the pool. Of course, on the sidelines, getting ready to be put in is Mr. Tim and Big Al. Miss Dawn's in the water. And there's Mr. Callan. But it is really geared towards kids. And what's the main attraction at Eagles Peak?
Of course, the slides, the water slides are very attracting.
So there's probably 8 to 10 water slides. There's smaller slides, medium slides, and really tall slides. And you'll see that. I'll put that in right here so you can see that. So the water park is the main draw, I think, for most families. And here's why the kids like to come here. There are the water slides. See how they do. At the top comes Mr. Callan. And round we go. Comes Baba. You having fun? Now this is the biggest slide they have here. How was it, Marie? It was fun. Come on, Callan. Yep. And then as far as activities, you know, they vary the activities from week to week, but what was the one main activity we did with Callan?
We went down to the pavilion and they had a hands-on informative session for the kids where they let them hold and handle snakes, geckos, lizards, rabbits, turtles, tortoises, and guinea pigs.
That was really cool. There was a lot of kids down there and they were getting to handle all these different creatures. That was put on by a company called Critter Connections that the campground had contracted with.
Don't touch the island. That's it. Just the leg.
Wow.
Okay. Let me help you. I'll do it. Gently. Keep your hands open.
No, I don't want to.
And both for kids and adults, they have a radio-controlled racetrack so that kids can, you know, run their cars on the tracks. We ran ours just in front of the campers. We didn't go down to the races, so I'll put that in here so you can see it. I'm gonna race some little RC cars. There's the defending champion, Stefan Krupiak.
What is that?
2 points behind him is Mr. Remington James with his car.
What is that?
And the 20-time grand champion, Big Al, with his race truck. And entering the competition for the first time is Callan, and there's his car. All right, you're gonna push the button.
What? It is so beady.
He's doing pretty good in his warm-ups. And in the evening, on Saturday evening, there was a band.
Right.
So they have live music that plays there under the pavilion. They also have like a clubhouse that they use if it's going to be raining. But the weather was decent for the weekend. We had a little bit of rain on Sunday, but that was when we were leaving. So the band was playing down there. And there is an arcade that the kids can go in and play games, although I didn't see Miss Pac-Man in there. He always wants to ride the Jeep. And now it's time for ice cream. And there were at least two playgrounds we saw.
Mm-hmm.
One up near our campsite, and then the main playground, which had
This game called Gaga Ball, which someone gave me a lesson on. It's like dodgeball, but you want to keep the ball on the ground and you hit it with your hand.
So these are like these octagon pits that you'll see at the campgrounds. The first one I saw, I think, was up at Ferry Boat. I had no idea what it was, but at least now we know how they play that. Never seen Gaga Ball being played before. At the playground. Remy playing hockey. And it looks like on the weekends they always have wagon rides.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you think about that wagon ride?
That was really nice for Callan especially because it gave us a tour of the campground.
Yeah. And they pulled with a John Deere tractor. Everybody loves John Deere. And they did maybe 3 or 4 trips. So if kids line up and parents line up for that wagon ride, they'll run it till everybody has gotten their ride. So that was nice. Yeah, I think you hear Mo in the background there. He knows I'm outside. And then Callan wanted to go fishing.
Right, and there's a pond right on the property.
So at the bottom section of the campground, there is a pond. It's private, so no fishing license required. So we took Callan down there, and we had 2 rods and threw them in there, one with a bopper, one without. The fish hit on the one without the bopper, so Callan was able to catch a bass and a sunny there, so he really enjoyed that time. So it's nice that you can sit down there and throw the lines in the water. There's Callan. They also have a nice pond to fish. And we'll see what we can catch.
Ah, there
we
you
go.
Smile,
First little
Callan.
fish here at Eagles Peak.
Aw.
All right. Little sunfish.
Aw.
Food down there.
There he goes. Swims away.
Say bye-bye, fish.
Push that button. So a lot to do here at Eagles Peak. It's almost like a blend between camping and glamping. And then, of course, we had to have our evening fire.
Right.
So our campfires, you know, we really have that tradition going, and Tim Hoffman debuted his renovated chair. So he got a 25-year-old chair and spent 2 days renovating it. And so he debuted that chair at the fire the one evening. So That was nice to see him kind of enjoying
Yeah,
that old
was
chair.
nice.
It was a fun time. We're at the evening fire. Tim is debuting his new chair, a 25-year-old rehab. He is ready by the fire. Living the life. Tim Hoffman out of Stefan Krupiak Fire. So overall, what do you think?
Definitely, I would like to make that an annual stop for us, since Callan's really enjoying the water slides and the activities that they seem to have scheduled both years that we went. So I really think this would be a great campground to keep in our schedule.
So a year or so ago, I did a review on this campground and said that I probably wouldn't come back there because it was geared towards kids, but since we have grandkids and they're doing all those activities, we're probably going back because Callan loves it. So we have one behind him 2 years younger that is going to probably start camping next summer. So this is a spot that has plenty to do. We paid about $130 a night, but you have to remember, for that $130, you have a large site that's wooded with full hookups including cable. You have a water slide park, 2 pools, tons of activities for the kids, really a lot to do. When you add up all the entertainment pieces that they put in place, it's a good value for what you get there. And of course, if you have kids, this is a must go-to site. Hey, if this video helped you, what could they do, Marie?
Subscribe.
To the channel. If you subscribe to our channel, then that helps us out. If they ring the bell, what would that do, Marie?
Tell them each time a video is posted.
So if you subscribe and then ring that bell, you'll know every time we put up a video. And what could they do that helps other people see our videos?
Of course, give us a thumbs up.
And that lets people know that the video is being enjoyed and it gets out to a wider audience. And if you are watching this video to the end and you have seen the shirt I have on, if you recognize what YouTube channel that shirt is, put it in the comments below. But more important than all that, what should they do, Marie?
Go have some fun out there.
Hey, I want to thank you for watching this video.